Hi, I'm your host, Marsha Florence for Just Ask. Today's show, ladies and gentlemen, is another light and easy cooking show, searching for the next conscious chef. Hurry back and join us. Hi, I'm your host, Marsha Florence for Just Ask. Today's show, ladies and gentlemen, is another light and easy cooking show, searching for the next conscious chef. But we had to bring him back again, the chef that you're getting ready to know and know very well, Chef and Registered Dietitian Doniss Hicks. Good morning.
Good morning. It's good to be here. Are you
becoming a regular on here?
I guess so.
Okay.
I'm here almost every day.
Okay, well, almost. Okay.
Almost.
Well, good. I am so glad to have you back.
Good to be back.
Okay. Because you know what? I'm telling you, the last meal that we had with you was a stuffed chicken.
Stuffed chicken.
Okay, what was the name of it?
Stuffed chicken breast.
Stuffed chicken.
With it had the parsnips, the carrots,
yes.
and the Brussels sprouts with the maple butter.
Yes.
So that was, that was fantastic.
It was roasted vegetables.
Roasted vegetables. That's right.
That was excellent. So, ladies and gentlemen, he's not only back for you, he's back for me too. Okay. I mean,
I
really enjoyed the meal, and I have to go home and make meals like that when you guys do them, because it's like my family are like, "Are you sure that was good?" I'm like,
right.
Yeah.
And that's the whole idea. We want people to not only enjoy, but if the host enjoy it, then other folk will enjoy it and they want to make it too. And it was quick, simple, easy, and healthy.
All under 30 minutes left. And a lot of people got to realize you don't have to spend a whole lot of time in the kitchen. But people just feel like, when I come home, oh man, I got to do all this cooking. But some things you can prepare the night before.
You can prepare the night before. You can pre-dice vegetables. You can do some other things to make your prep work and your cooking time a little bit lower. So yeah, you can do a whole lot of stuff.
And you know what? I think it will also be an added attraction to people is that you get a timer and actually time yourself and see how long it takes you to make something.
You can, but folk like me, I already know in my head, but you can get a timer and, you can kind of time yourself for different meals and see how long it's going to take you. Or you can get some help in the kitchen with your kids or some other folk, maybe your husband or your boyfriend or girlfriend.
Make it a family affair.
It can be a family event.
Yeah, we need to bring back, I always say, home ec back in the schools and things that, because a lot of young parents are not familiar with cooking. They figure, hey, long as there's the big golden arches and a few other things, they could take the shortcut. But the children are not getting nutritional meals.
We don't spend enough time in the kitchen. Like a long time ago, I would spend time with my mom or my grandmother, and they would teach you different secrets and different things about recipes. So and it would definitely be beneficial for the whole family.
Yes. So we got to talk to somebody and help us out.
Put it back in the schools.
Put it back. So what do you have good for us today?
So today we have a fall comfort stew, and it's a vegetarian stew as well. It's going to feature kale, chickpeas, and tomatoes. So those are three things that are not only healthy, but again, you can cook them quick, you can cook it fast, and it's going to be very good. Okay. We always talk about soups being beneficial for us, like chicken noodle soup. It's not just the chicken in it, but it's really the bone. And so a lot of times the minerals and everything that's in the chicken or the minerals that's in the kale, the minerals that's in the chickpeas, and the tomatoes have different vitamins and minerals that are beneficial to us. We know that tomatoes are beneficial for cancer. They have cancer fighting properties for men who have prostate cancer. Kale, also fiber. It's got a lot of vitamins and minerals in it that would help us, especially during the fall and winter months when we need more vitamins and minerals in our bodies. So,
and I hope people will tune into this show and understand, ladies and gentlemen, that when you see someone like Chef Hicks, not only is he a chef, but he's a dietitian. And how many male dietitians do we see? I don't know, but
it's not a lot.
It's not a lot, he says. But to take into heed what he's saying about changing your diet, even if it's a slow process, change your diet to make you see where the change is making you feel better, look better. Sometimes it's your skin, sometimes it's your hair, could be your nail follicles, things of those natures. And you'd be surprised when you take out a lot of the impurities and you start eating healthy and using more healthy products, you feel better. Because remember, when we start off as babies, our parents took care of us and got us to a certain point. Now it's your job to finish the pathway.
That's right.
Okay, and on that note.
So we're going to start, this stew is going to start with onions. I'm going to chop up a few onions here, actually dice them up a little bit. Only need maybe a half a cup of onions or maybe a half an onion. This is a sweet sweet onion as well. Vidalia onions. They're really in season during the summertime. You can still find a small variety of Vidalia onions. Ooh, I'm dropping stuff.
I mean, you still can't find so nice and healthy looking.
And onions are beneficial too to our health as well. They help fight blood pressure. They have different components as well in onions. So we're going to do the onions. We're going to add a little olive oil to this pan and just add these diced onions in there. You can hear them. So we know that.
So now are we caramelizing the onions?
We're not going to caramelize them. We just want them to kind of get a little bit opaque and tender.
Okay.
And then to that, we're going to add our nice red pepper.
Red pepper story.
Which is again very high in vitamin C. Matter of fact, red peppers have the highest vitamin C content of any pepper. So you want to really try to increase your intake of red peppers, especially during the winter months, because we need a lot of vitamin C during this time of the year.
Now, can you just eat a pepper?
Yeah, you can eat.
Or that's what people use.
Actually, you can eat raw peppers with a hummus dip or any type of a dip that you prefer. But really, peppers are good raw. They're good cooked. They're good in different foods. And so that's why I got them in this stew.
Those grilled vegetables from that previous meal you made for us, I'm not going to forget that. Ladies and gentlemen, I mean, you didn't get to see me off camera, but I had to stand still and just eat my complete meal because I don't normally eat roasted vegetables. Are those roasted, grilled, what do they call them?
Roasted vegetables.
Roasted vegetables. So just think, okay, in the summertime, you're putting the vegetables on a barbecue grill and you got grilled vegetables. When in the wintertime, you can put a little olive oil on the pan.
That's right.
Toss them up, put them in the oven. Okay.
That's right.
And he only had a dash. Hear me, a dash.
Only a
kosher
dash.
Salt.
That's right.
A dash. Okay, don't go crazy. Just take a little dash and put a little kosher salt.
So I added a little bit of garlic in here too. So we know garlic is absolutely healthy for us as well. And so we're going to add just a dash of salt to that. We got the garlic. We got the onions going. And so now I'm going to add up a little bit of thyme.
Okay, so this is thyme this time, huh?
This is thyme this time. This time is thyme.
It's thyme this time. Last time.
And so thyme also, rosemary, thyme.
And rosemary and what, parsley?
Rosemary, thyme, and we had sage and rosemary the last time.
This is thyme.
So we're going to let those. And
they don't look alike.
And the oils from the thyme are very beneficial. Thyme, rosemary.
It smells good, even though it's just a pan of onions and peppers. Right.
Well, rosemary, thyme, and sage are all part of the mint family, so they're very aromatic. And the oils, which we're releasing the oils by cooking them or just sautéing them, you'll be able to smell those that aroma, and it's going to be absolutely fabulous. So we got that going, and so next what we're going to add to it, as those oils are coming together, going to add a little bit of vegetable broth, about a cup.
Okay.
Smell it. I can smell it too.
I'm standing right here, ladies and gentlemen. You know I can smell it. So let me ask you something. Now I always ask you guys in the food service business, because I know you have your own business, Living for Life Wellness LLC.
Right.
Okay. So when you're approached by a person who says, I'm not eating right, I need to get this weight off, I'm having problems. Is that something that you have to do when you take like notes and find out what a person's eating habits are like, and then you can make a plan for them?
Absolutely. You have to find out what it is that they like, what it is that they don't like. I even have to find out what times of the day that they eat, because that's very important as well, especially for folk who are diabetic or otherwise. I find a lot of times when I interview folk, we don't eat breakfast or we wait long stretches of time between meals, which is an absolute no-no. So I help people to plan their day, plan their meal, plan their activities. Really have to plan your whole entire day around what you eat. And we forget to do that a lot of times because we're so busy. We don't think about ourselves. We don't think about eating, but it's very important. So yeah, I absolutely do that when I do my meal plans.
Well, I tell you what, we're going to go to a break, and we come back, ladies and gentlemen. No telling where we'll be, but this is smelling so good. We'll be right back.
Smells good.
Yeah, it does. Smell good.
Smells good.
I'm home. Over 1 million Americans at risk of foreclosure have been helped by making home affordable. Find out now what your options are.
Home where I belong.
And welcome back to the show. Now, for those of you who are just not joining us, we're here with Registered Dietitian and Chef Doniss Hicks of Living for Life Wellness, LLC. Now, when you've seen Registered Dietitian Hicks before, and I should say Chef Hicks, when you've seen him before and you've seen him a couple of times, the reason he's coming back again and again and again is because somebody called, somebody emailed, wanted the recipe, followed his plan, and the idea that somebody like himself can prepare meals and deliver. I mean, can you imagine that?
Deliver.
Okay.
That's
So
right.
that's a plus in
Don't
itself.
find that
okay.
too much.
Knock, knock. Who's there? The
That's
chef.
right.
Okay.
And
All right. I mean, you know, I think that's just awesome. And a lot of times we don't fit that in our budget. But if I can't leave the home and I'm trying to get people to bring me food and stuff like that, wouldn't it be to my advantage to have meal plans or meals sent to me?
It would definitely be to your advantage to find someone who is a professional, who knows about nutrition, who can help you with the meal plan, who can cook, and who also understands the significance of cooking, eating, and disease at the same time.
Okay.
So it's very beneficial. Everything that we're doing here today is not only beneficial in one way or another, but it's going to be quick, it's going to be healthy, it's going to be something that you'll enjoy, especially in the fall or the winter time when we don't feel like doing a lot.
Right.
You know, we just want to get in the covers and go to sleep or whatever.
Now, when you're preparing someone's meals for them, though, is it easier to prepare meals and deliver them, or do you go to a person's house and set up shop in their kitchen?
Oh no, I don't set up.
Well, some people say, well,
I don't set up
right here.
Well, you know, if they have that kind of request, I definitely can do that. But what I what I will do is if they want to learn more about meal preparation and they can't get out, you know, and there's nowhere else for me to teach them, I can go in their home and prepare a meal, whatever meal that they one of their favorite meals or special meals that they enjoy. You know, I can show them how to cook that meal in a healthy manner.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
So I can do that. Yep, absolutely.
So some of us who are, you know, unable to leave home for whatever various reasons, whether it's age or disability or something like that, that's what you want to do. I mean,
that's right.
You know, we're in the 21st century now, ladies and gentlemen. If you can call 800 number and get a box of food delivered to you, why don't you call 800 number and get somebody to come and prepare it for you? Okay, I mean, I would do that before I had the food delivered to me in the box.
That's
and then
right.
I'm like, I don't know what's in that box. Okay,
yeah, why not?
I'm going to travel. Okay, so let me tell you. So tell us what you just did here.
Okay, so now I added the chickpeas. We had the thyme. You smelled that thyme. You smelled the oils, all those volatile oils from the thyme. Everything kind of melded together, and everything is popping off. So now I just added the chickpeas to it. Added the tomatoes. These are chickpeas. I added about a can of chickpeas. You can get chickpeas almost anywhere.
Do you drain the?
You drain the chickpeas, and I also added diced organic tomatoes as well. You don't have to do that. You can get regular tomatoes. This entire meal is probably no more than $5 for this entire meal that you would spend. The most expensive thing is the Parmesan cheese, but you can get the shredded Parmesan or you can get it grated. It just depends on what your budget. What your budget.
I'm telling you,
your budget is talking to you.
I tell you one thing. If you say this meal is right at $5 or just a little bit over, how many family members could eat from this pot?
Oh wow!
About a family of four?
About four. Between 4 and 6 people can eat from this pot.
So check it out, ladies who have 3 children at home and you're trying to figure out what to eat. This might be it. And kids don't eat what you give them now. But if you allow the children to say, I want, then that's why you don't have no money. Because
That's
the kids
right.
is hollering, I want. But if you go in the kitchen and make it, and you're like, this is what we're having,
That's
this
right.
is what it's going to be. Okay,
So we-
I believe in that. My parents raised me like that. You know, we had special meals. Don't
You
get
got
me
to
wrong.
stretch the meals out.
But we actually had home meals more than we had outside food, you know, which outside food was considered the treat.
And chickpeas or legumes are, like when I grew up, we had black eyed peas, we had lima beans, we had white navy beans, we had pinto beans, we had all kind of beans.
Right.
But they stretched. Not only did they stretch, but they were very nutritious. You didn't need to eat a whole lot because they filled you up.
Right.
You added a little
And
rice
you might
with
didn't have no meat.
Sometimes you may not have had the meat. If you did, you had a piece of neck bone or something, or a turkey leg or something that you added into it, and it fed the entire family. So this is something that can feed your entire family. All you would need to do is add a little bit more tomatoes, maybe a few more chickpeas, a little bit more of a broth. And there you go. That's your meal.
Okay.
So now we got this stewing, and everything is coming together really well. It smells delicious, smells good. Again, I didn't add a whole lot of salt to it. So now what I'm going to do, everything is kind of coming together. So now I'll add a little bit of this kale, maybe about, let's see, I had three cups.
Fresh kale.
This is fresh kale with the stem removed. You have to remove that stem because it's kind of, that stem is a little tough.
Yeah, now kale is kind of tough because when you're eating kale like you think you're eating a salad, it's not the same. Even though they do have kale salad.
Kale is kind of tough,
right?
But it's also, you got a lot of fiber. It's going to fill you up. We're going to let this kale cook down until it's, not quite as tough. It's going to be it's going to be tender.
It blend right in.
It's going to blend right into it, and that's going to take maybe a few minutes to cook. And once that all blends down, we're just going to continue to stir it up. Let that broth meld with it. Let those chickpeas. You can smell it. You can still smell that
I can
thyme
see this,
in
ladies
it.
and gentlemen. You come home. It's a snowy day, maybe rainy day, one of the two. And you come home. You're just like, what's to eat? And there's something good smelling like, most people say when they come in the house they smell coffee. Well, you won't smell coffee on this one.
Right.
But you come in and there's a good pot of stew. And it's not stew with meat. So
no meat. And so I added the Parmesan cheese, our protein component. Since we talked about meat, we don't have meat, but we have the chickpeas, which is a protein component. We added a little bit of Parmesan cheese, which is also a protein component as well. And so it's cooking down and it's smelling absolutely wonderful. And those are all the components of this stew. Wow. And all you have to do, if you so choose to, you can put the lid on it and just step away from it and let it just kind of simmer for a little while, and then that's your dinner. And so this is again a tremendously beneficial and healthy meal that is very quick,
now what's the calorie count on this?
The calorie count on this is about 300 calories per bowl, depending on how much Parmesan cheese that you use. But again, that's something that you can work with. Very little carbohydrate here except for what you get from the beans and the vegetable and everything. Maybe about 45 grams of carbohydrates, which is perfect for a diabetic. It's perfect for somebody who's trying to watch their weight. And so this is again a very beneficial and a very delicious and healthy meal. Absolutely fabulous.
I'm impressed because by being a vegetable meal. Now is this something that vegetarians would take too? Because I know vegetarians usually are selective of organic products.
I'm glad you asked that. Actually, this could be a vegan meal, but we added, I used Parmesan cheese and not vegan Parmesan cheese, so that cuts the vegan part out of it.
Sorry, guys.
Organically speaking, vegan, this would be acceptable for a vegetarian or vegan. Well, not vegan because of the Parmesan cheese, but a vegetarian would. This would be a perfect meal. They would welcome this. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, that's good because, I know my vegan friends are saying, well, he messed it up when he put that cheese in there. Yeah. Well, I asked. Okay. So he did tell us.
Right.
Okay. So by the fact that he did say that the cheese is optional and you can have vegan cheese, but you don't have to have cheese at all if you don't want to.
You don't have to have cheese at all if you don't want to. It's just lending another component of flavor to it. giving it a little bit more body, giving it a little bit more texture, just adding something to it. Now, if you can use other, you don't have to use cheese at all.
I know you always talk about diet cheese. I was wondering where that was at. Okay.
Oh yeah, the diet cheese, they have diet cheese, Parmesan, vegan cheese they have. So again, it's so many options out on the market right now that you can do just about anything. I mean, so many varieties. You can add different vegetables to it if you want to. But for purposes of the show, we're just going to do the kale, chickpea, and tomato.
Well, I tell you what,
it's coming along very good.
Going to go to the last half of the show, so we'll be right back. It's smelling so good in here. Isn't it smell good?
It does smell good.
It's smelling good. We'll be right back.
Very good.
Traditional light bulbs actually generate 9 times more heat than light. Switch to energy-saving bulbs. Saving energy saves you money.
And welcome back to the last half of the show. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know about you, but I enjoy these cooking shows. So in the instance that I'm enjoying them, I want you to enjoy them too. I want you to be able to go to the website. So anytime that there's a show that you want to see and you say, oh, I missed that one, just go to the Just Ask website. Download it and check it out, and you'll see all the different cooking shows that we have. You can also see the recipes, so justasktalkshow.org. Twitter, Facebook, 1-800-323-5336. And for those of you who don't have computers but still want to get a copy of the website, a copy of the chef's recipes, just call us. We'll send you a copy. We'll send you a hard copy. And they'll be nice enough to even sign it for you if you want, okay?
Sure.
So if it's something that you have an idea about and you just want to try that meal, you say, hey, I missed that. Don't look at it like you won't see it again. You can actually get a chance to view it one more time or as many times as you like on the web, or just email us and let us know. All right. Now, with all that being said, Chef, where are we at with this good smelling stew?
Well, hey, the stew is simmering and it smells delicious. Hey, now, if you are at home and somebody gives you a call and says, hey, look, I'm coming over. What do you got to eat? I'll be there in 30 minutes. Then you got it right here in front of you.
That's right.
It's quick, it's simple. You can add different things to it. Just because we said vegetarian or vegan, people think, oh, well, hey, this is not for me. But I tell you what, you can add meat to it. You can add chicken to it. Let's say you got some cold chicken that you got from the Boston market. Okay. You have roasted chicken already. All you got to do is cut up a little chicken and put into this stew. If you got some turkey, you can add a little turkey to it. If you got roast beef in there, all you got to do is just chop it up, add it to this stew, and then you got a complete meal. Whoa. Even with the chickpeas in it, you can still add different meats. You can add, if you don't like chickpeas, I know a lot of people don't like chickpeas. You can add black beans, you can add red kidney beans, you can add white navy beans to it.
So
it's different things that you can do. If you don't like kale, you said the kale was too tough, I don't want to eat kale. Add some turnip greens to it. Add collard greens instead of the kale. So many different varieties of greens that you can add to it and substitute. So it's a lot of different things that you can do with it.
And they all will still hold the same nutritional value.
They're pretty much all the same in terms of the nutritional content that you can add and still have the same flavor to it. If you don't like tomatoes, maybe you're allergic to tomatoes, maybe you don't need the tomatoes, but you can use vegetable broth. Maybe you don't like vegetable broth, man. You can use chicken broth. It's a lot of different things that you can do and a lot of different varieties. You can still make the stew. And so again, it's simmering. Oh wow. That smells so delicious and so good. And so again, there's different varieties. Hey, you got your doorbell is ringing. They're on the way.
I'm telling you.
Here I come. What do you got? This is it right here.
Matter of fact, somebody's just trying to come on my house now.
See? Well, you got to make this stew for them. And so now what I'm going to do is go ahead, and since the stew is almost ready, we're going to do a little bit of toasted whole wheat bread to go with it as well. And so you can make little small slices. This is just a bread I picked up from Kroger. And so we're just going to slice it up a little bit. You can make it, slice it up in little pieces.
You just want to impress your guests.
Yeah, you're going to impress the guests. You're going to impress your lady friend, you impress your man friend, or whoever you got coming over. You can go ahead and just toast it up right here in this pan with a little bit of olive oil.
I know how to make homemade garlic bread.
Well, you can do that as well.
Yeah, but I like to take the butter and put it, the soft spread butter and put it on the bread. Take the garlic, sprinkle it a little bit, and some parsley, and then put it in the skillet. I thought y'all need to know that.
Yeah, you can do that too. You can do that as well. But
for this bread looks good.
Yeah, this is some very delicious bread. But you know, just to keep it simple, if you don't feel like doing all of that garlic and putting garlic bread, you don't want to do the garlic bread.
Downplay my garlic bread.
You can do it. You know, we can do it like very simple. Know that
Marsha cooks too. Okay, he downplay my garlic bread. But that's okay.
That's fantastic.
So notice this, ladies and gentlemen, because you know I'm always comical about these shows, but sincere. Okay, so we're at the point when we started doing these cooking shows. It was not just just because it was an added segment, but we wanted to do these cooking shows because we had people that we knew they were in nursing homes or facilities and stuff that they're starting to deteriorate because they can't have a good meal. Well, if you're watching Just Ask Talk Show, you can always call us and ask us about any of our guests and see if they're available to support some of your eating meals or habits and things like that. So you'd be surprised who will come and see you. But I didn't want everybody to feel like this is just a cooking show for us. No, it's actually a cooking show for you, okay? So if you're watching something and you want to see it again, like I said, you can go to the website. Always tune in and catch us, and I hope a lot of you know that we come on at 5:30 a.m. on Channel 56 and on every cable station as well. So if you miss us on 56 on Wednesday mornings at 5:30 a.m., check your local cable listing and see when does Just Ask come on, or call us and we'll be glad to tell you. 1-800-323-5336. Had to get that out, okay?
Yeah,
so a lot of people are like, well, I just saw the show for the first time. We've been on for a long time. Okay.
And that's good. So this bread is going to be so good. Now, some people may not want to toast their bread, but you can have, I know even restaurants like the Olive Garden or whatever, they just bring the bread with the olive oil, and you can do something like that as well. You don't have to necessarily toast it. So it smells delicious. Again, you can there's different varieties. So you don't have to use whole wheat bread. You can use rye. You can use a French bread.
Yeah,
you
baguettes or something.
Baguettes,
but you know what? But when
you're
keeping down to a nutritional value and a calorie count, this would be just right.
Right. And again, this is about you're using maybe 2 slices of bread, which is for a diabetic. The equivalent would be maybe 120 calories and about 30 grams of carbohydrate if you're counting. Good. So if you need to count, again, this is something for diabetics as well. If you're calorie counting, if you're counting your carbs, this is something that can work into your meal plan. Okay. Or if you're not comfortable doing your meal plan, guess what? I can come and help you do your meal plan.
I had a funny feeling.
And so I can. I might even come with this stew over to the house. Okay. So it's about ready. So are you ready to sample?
I'm ready. Are you guys ready? I'm ready. Okay, I'm
ready
always
to sample. Ready to sample.
I'm always look. All right. I'm always ready. Okay.
So we got our delicious stew, and the kale is cooked down. Remember we talked about how kale sometimes can be a little bit tough, but there it is.
Yes. Oh, it's
delicious
pretty.
Stew.
Wow. I'm saying it's pretty because it's colorful. Okay.
Yeah, you can add carrots to this.
Oh my.
There's your bowl of stew, and then we're gonna add a little bit of Parmesan, top it off.
I still look like this is like an ad in the paper. Okay, one of those pictures you see.
Put a little bit of thyme on there like that. And then there's your bread. And there you go. That's your that's your quick and healthy.
I know we better get a shot of this because this is so darling.
That's your quick and healthy meal.
I hope you guys got a shot of this.
Somebody get a shot of that.
Somebody got to get a shot of this because Marsha's going to eat this. Oh, man. This is so pretty. Look. It smells great, too. Okay. So I'm going to start with my broth a little bit because I know it's hot.
That's a good. If you're cold, you're at home, it's snowing outside, Christmas time, anytime, just grab you a quick bowl of stew. Broth is very good too because you're comparing. I don't know. A while back when I was growing up and we had collard greens or kale or anything, you had what was left over. It was called a pot liquor, and that pot liquor was probably the most nutritious part of your greens or kale or whatever you had. Wow. So again, the broth is good. Just like we talked about chicken noodle soup, that broth has got a lot of vitamins and minerals packed into it.
Can I take you home? Because
there is a fee for that.
This is good. Okay, this is really good. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to kid you. I'm not going to snow you. This is another great meal, okay? So, chef.
delicious.
It is, and I can't eat. Oh, I gotta try my kale.
That's our kale.
People want to know how is the kale, Marshall?
Tomato and chickpea stew, a great comfort food.
That kale softens.
Great comfort food.
Chef,
Great comfort.
Chef, registered dietitian Hicks, you did it again.
Thank you.
You did it again, ladies and gentlemen. He did it again.
Great
and I want to ask you to come back again. I gotta say it one more time. Okay.
Well, yes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I always tell you I gotta enjoy my meal off camera because it's just so good. I gotta take my jacket off and enjoy it. But I want you to look on the website. Give us a call, 1-800-323-5336. Twitter, hashtag Marsha Just Ask Talk Show. If you have a show idea, let us know. We'll be glad to hear it and take it in consideration for you. So who am I? I'm your host, Marsha Florence, and what do I always say? If you know someone with a disability or if you just have a general question, don't be afraid to ask, just ask. I'm your host. Thank you.